Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Robin, the Disney Noob, and we are back. My wife and I are gonna continue to try all the Halloween treats for you guys. We're gonna hit up Red Rose Tavern and get the Butternut Squash Flatbread, and we're gonna take that over to Royal Street Veranda and eat it with our meatball slider, roasted vegetable salad, and wash it down with the pumpkin crème brûlée cold brew. The Haunted Mansion has also been transformed to its seasonal Nightmare Before Christmas overlay, so we're gonna check that out and all the awesome Halloween vibes at Disneyland. Let's go. All right, guys, we just got into the park. It is just under 8 o'clock, and to be honest, today was like way less packed than yesterday. Yesterday was crazy, the parking lot, and also to get in. The parking lot today was like maybe like a minute wait, and to get inside, it was like maybe a minute, not even, maybe 30 seconds. So it's way less crowded than yesterday, and my wife and I are excited for date night. We're gonna try some more Halloween treats and give you guys an honest assessment. Our first stop is gonna be at Red Rose Tavern. Super excited for the Butternut Squash Flatbread. Koreans, we do love squash a lot. So my mom loves squash. I've definitely eaten that a lot growing up. We do a lot of pizzas with butternut squash, so we'll see how it tastes. My wife was telling me they ran out of the enchanted pumpkin stuff, so really kind of sad about that one. Wow, people already lined up, getting ready for the Paint the Night PTN parade. I believe it's at 8:30. Is the first one. So folks are already lined up on each side. It's really beautiful. The weather is perfect. I mean, like this week was really hot, but I think this weekend there's been a cold front coming in. So tonight, I want to say it's about like a nice 70, maybe high 60s. Perfect weather. Around this time, around 8:30 is gonna be when all the folks are either leaving the park if they have young ones, or they're gonna be lining up for the fireworks show and the PTN show. So barely anybody here. I mean, this is arguably the #1 ride here at Fantasyland, and look how short the line is. It's incredibly short. Usually this place is just covered with strollers and young kids and parents. This is nice. Nighttime is really the best time to check out Fantasyland. All right, we just arrived to Red Rose Tavern. I love that. The Be Our Guest. I love these characters. Really a classic movie. They also have the live action, but can't beat the classic, right? I think my wife said she's gonna add the spicy chicken fantasy fairfold. That's really our favorite here. But we're here really to try the Halloween foods. Up top, we got the Butternut Squash Flatbread for $13.99. Topped with garlic, miso sauce, and fried sage. I feel like it has a little bit of Asian influence with the miso sauce. I'm hoping that it's kind of like a Japanese pizza. If you guys ever had like artisan pizzas from Japan or Korea, they are superb. Oh man, my wife was just mentioning it's so different coming to date night without the kids. It's a different experience, so really trying to spend some quality time and eat some good food. First up, we have the Butternut Squash Flatbread, roasted butternut squash puree, roasted mushrooms, feta, and roasted diced butternut squash topped with garlic, miso sauce, and fried sage. Really an interesting combination. They put a little bit of that miso with sage. Kind of reminds me of like a Japanese pizza or Korean pizza if you've ever been to Tokyo or in Seoul. They have very upscale artisan pizzas, and this one might be better. Let's try it. So just initial thoughts, there's not a lot of cheese. Only cheese it really has is the feta. The crumbled feta's on top. You can see a little bit of sage, a little bit of butternut squash. It has mushrooms. It's really a vegetarian pizza, so let's give it a try. Disney always wows me with their vegetarian and impossible meats, so this might be an amazing dish, or it could just be meh. Let's find out. So I'm gonna just double it up. They evenly spread the butternut squash puree on the bottom. So you get that butternut squash puree in each bite. But again, it's missing cheese. It almost feels like I'm eating pita chips with butternut squash. You can taste the garlic a little bit. Couldn't really taste the miso sauce too much, but let me take one more big bite. This one's got a little bit of everything in it. I take the whole bite. crunchy, it's savory. I mean, for a vegetarian dish, pretty savory. The squash, it's like a potato, right? So there's a little bit of meatiness and density. It makes you kind of a little full. It's not like just eating like vegetables. I mean, it's not the same as meat. I would say mushroom is kind of a closer cousin to meat. And this one has mushrooms. These are like wild mushrooms. I was just expecting like baby bellas, but these are definitely not baby bellas. These are like wild mushrooms. As far as the ingredients wise, it's definitely more upscale, more elevated. I just wish they would put more cheese on it. I think it's a little bit bread heavy, but I do love that the bread is like crunchy. So it's like a crunchy, thin crust pizza, but not like ultra thin, like what you would expect when you order a thin crust, but definitely thinner than your regular. It's like in between a thin crust and a regular pizza. Oh, I can taste a little bit of heat. Is this supposed to be spicy? I can taste some heat. It's mild. It's not like overly spicy or anything, but it's like a burning heat. Like it's not hot. It's not spicy, but it's like a burning sensation. So I would say like a 1 or 2 out of 10. I'm gonna have one more bite before I give it to my wife. Of course, it wouldn't be a date night without the spicy chicken farfalle. This is definitely on my Hall of Fame list. If you guys are here at Disneyland for the first time, second time, make sure you take one of these. They're only offered at dinner. Make sure you mobile order it and pick it up before they close. They close early here, guys. So it's a very small window. They close at 9 p.m. It's basically a Taco Bell crunch wrap, but way better, like on steroids. My wife just took a bite of the butternut squash flatbread, and she also agrees that it's definitely missing a little bit of like sauciness. It's a little bit dry, but it's got the autumnal spices, especially during this time of the year. You know, you want some spices to kind of warm you up. So you got like nutmeg, cinnamon, those kinds of spices are used during this type of season. And this dish actually reminds my wife and I of kind of like those butternut squash raviolis. They should cook it with brown butter and then just top it off with some sage. Overall, I'm gonna give this flatbread a solid B. I think it could be better, but it's definitely not one of the worst or even an average pizza. It's definitely very unique, very creative. I love the mushrooms. I think it's Hannah the Woods mushrooms. That's a good quality mushroom. The feta cheese is fresh, and I give it an A for creativity and A for taste. I just wish that it had a little bit more cheese, a little bit more sauce to kind of even out some of the dryness from the flatbread. Overall, solid B, maybe even a B+. You know, if you do like flatbreads, you want something healthy, you want something that is gonna be not too filling. This one, it doesn't have all the grease and the cheese, so it actually feels much lighter and healthier. It's a little dry, but overall pretty good. Not a bad dish. No, these I think got smaller. Yeah. We had a truffle one before, the cheeseburger one. That was way bigger. I feel like this is a lot smaller. The edges are like ginormous. So obviously the edges are not gonna put the topping. I wish they would put the toppings and then the butternut squash puree all the way to the edge, like maybe like a half a centimeter away. But I mean, if you do it like this, you just have a lot of leftover breads. Have like 10 pieces of these. It goes from like this size of flatbread. After you take out the crust, it's like this small. So it's really not a whole lot of food. I wish for that price they would make it a little bit bigger. I feel like the flatbreads got smaller. Hopefully they can bring back the old size. Chip is really cool. Chip and his mom. I mean, everything is just themed perfectly. You have the books on top. Look at all the books. There's books basically all around. On the other side, you have teacups. Look at all the teacups. You have the chandeliers, and then you have all the teacups lined up. That is really, really cool. And just to the left of the water fountain, you have this beautiful, it almost looks like stained glass, but it's not. But I love it. It's really, really cute. Brings a lot of pop to this Red Rose Tavern restaurant. Like I said, this is one of my favorite spots. You know, it's always very air conditioned, not too packed. It's not overly crowded. You know, I mean, you would think that it would be crowded because there's a lot of families and young kids, but there usually isn't that many people. You can always find a table. All right, guys, we just wrapped up our flatbread here at Red Rose Tavern, and we're gonna head over to Royal Street Veranda to try out all of their Halloween foods. I'm definitely most excited for the meatball slider. I feel like Disneyland always surprises me with their impossible meats. I'm hoping that this one is also going to be a nice surprise. You know, typically I stray away from Impossible Meats, but Disneyland has really given me kind of a change of heart. I feel like they do their Impossible Meats way better than most places. Wow, they already got the Dia de los Muertos decorations up. This is beautiful. If you guys don't know what Dia de los Muertos is, the Day of the Dead, I would highly recommend watching the movie Coco and try not to cry. That's really cool. So they put pictures of your loved ones or deceased. And it's kind of like an offering table, like a votive offering, light candles, maybe some foods, some things that they love to do in this life. It's a good way to honor them and remember them. We have the Los Madrigal. This is cool. Oh, everybody is getting ready for the Fantasmic show. It's happening in about 10 minutes. This is arguably one of the best shows, but you definitely want to be in the center so you can see all the projections, which is going to be reflected off of the sprinklers. All right, so that is Royal Street Veranda. If you guys have seen my top 10 list, they have the world famous Monte Cristo. We got the meatball slider, the cold brew, the coffee fritter, and the roasted vegetable salad. Super, super excited for all of them. They also have a specialty broccoli cheddar soup for 13 clams. All right, guys, we just got tucked away here, kind of in the alleyway towards Mint Julep. As I mentioned earlier, they're gonna have the Fantasmic show. So we're gonna start off with the pumpkin cold brew. This looks amazing. Like, honestly, like presentation-wise, this is just, they hit it out of the park. Like, this is crazy. This is the pumpkin creme brulee cold brew. It's Joffrey's pumpkin creme brulee cold brew coffee with pumpkin spice creamer and toffee chips. So they got a lot of little toffee chips on top. I know my sons aren't here, but they would love eating all the chips before I drink the coffee. So as my wife always says, drink it through the cold foam. You can see the foam is up to here. So that's the pumpkin foam. And this is all pumpkin coffee. Pumpkin everything. Let's go. I'm not sure if I can taste a little bit of pumpkin, not a whole lot. Let's give it one more try. It's definitely like a sweet cold brew. Sweetness is like an 8 or 9 out of 10. I don't know if it's pumpkin, it's more sugar than pumpkin, but you have hints of pumpkin and definitely toffee forward. I love the little treats they put on top. But Jack Skellington himself. I know, Steve, if you were here, you would steal this chocolate from your dad. It looks like white chocolate with a little bit of milk chocolate. That's a milk chocolate Jack Skellington. I mean, it's a cold brew. I think it's more fun than actual coffee. I'm just gonna give this a solid B+. I think if you're into something seasonal and you love pumpkin, you gotta try this. But if you want something like just a real coffee, this might not be it. I think this is more of like a dessert coffee, more like a Starbucks type of drink, more fun. There's like chunks of toffee inside. Wow, big chunks. Okay, sweetness is like a 9 or 10 out of 10. Now, when you eat those toffee bits, just like skyrockets the sweetness. I think for me personally, I don't need all the toffee bits. If it was just a pumpkin cold brew, I might give it an A-. But as far as presentation, I mean, you're at a theme park, it makes sense. Presentation is key, right? You want it to look good and taste good too. Next up is the meatball slider, Impossible Meatball. I'm nervous because I'm not a big fan of impossible foods. So the way they presented it is the meatball is on top of the bottom part of the slider bun, and then the top part of the slider bun, they cut it in half. And I think they were trying to make it Mickey ears, but because of this container, that's not possible. Not quite Mickey ears, but A for effort. I'm gonna put one of the Mickey ears on top. Taking my first bite. Honestly, it tastes like meat. It tastes like a healthy, lean meat, not overly fatty. but I like it. I cannot believe this is meatless. It's so close. I mean, now that I know that it's an Impossible Meatball, but it's a giant meatball. This is good. My biggest con about this is the size. The size is just, like, just imagine 2 of these. Maybe about 2 inches, 2.5 inches in diameter. I mean, the meat inside looks really, it looks real. It has a little bit of spice. It has a lot of flavor. It has some spice. You can taste the marinara. It's not super like acidic. Sometimes marinara can be very, very acidic if they put a lot of tomato paste in it. This one just tastes like real, more real tomatoes than the puree. I don't have to get another bite, man. Buns are toasted, so it gives it a little bit of crunch, a little bit of texture. Some grated Parmesan around it. And unfortunately, it's not the real Parmesan. It's the processed one that comes in those giant shakers. But I still like it. This is definitely really good. It's definitely blowing me away. Again, the size is the biggest problem with this one. But flavor-wise, it's really good. I'm gonna give this an A-. A- for this Impossible Meatball Slider. Good job, Disneyland. You guys always hit these meatless ones. You hit it out of the park. Another one. Good job, Disney. Yeah, my wife just told me that that small Impossible Slider was $10. Honestly, for $10, it's definitely overpriced and not worth it. It's far from a slider. A slider would have more ingredients, more complexity. This one is just a meatball with 2 buns. A little bit of Parmesan grated cheese over it, but really, for $10, it's a terrible value. I'm gonna have to knock it down to a B+. Next up, we have the roasted vegetable salad. Presentation is awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and drizzle this. Almost looks like a miso sauce, like a miso balsamic. Wow. It's Brussels sprouts, beets, and toasted almonds, and burrata cheese. I love burrata cheese, especially when it's fresh like this. Nice and cooling, it's cold. I love it. My gosh. This is gonna be an A. I have a feeling it's gonna be an A. I love it. There's so much burrata cheese. Wow. This is a legit salad, but way fancier. Last week we tried out the salad from APP. That one's more like a Waldorf salad. This one is better than that. It's got 2 different types of beets, both the golden ones and the traditional red ones. It's got lots and lots of Brussels sprouts. The best part about this dish is that it's really cold. It's a cool salad, and it's delicious. That dressing is perfect. It's not overly salty, not overly sweet. I still feel very healthy eating it. I love the nuts, a lot of complexity. This is an A+. Hall of Fame, Hall of Fame. Say, guys, just say. Honestly, I think that's the best salad here at the park. Overall, that's just the best salad. I think I actually like it more than the steak salad they had over at Harbor Galley. That one was amazing too, but that was more of like a broccolini and steak, more like a salady entree. This one is a real salad. If they made that like twice or 3 times as big, if they made it 2 or 3 times bigger, just a giant bowl, that would be like 5-star restaurant hotel quality. A+. Disneyland, you hit this one out of the park. I'm gonna have to get another one of these. I'm gonna have to get this every time I come in here. Roasted vegetable salad, guys. There's no meat in it, but it is delicious. Having the nuts inside the salad, it brings enough savoriness. It's enough punch, so you don't feel like you're just a rabbit, you know? But I don't mind being a rabbit. When the salads are that good, I'll be a rabbit all day. For only like $1 more than the Impossible Slider, maybe $1 or $2 more than the Impossible Slider, that is a way better value. You're gonna be way more full from that salad. It is delicious. So much burrata cheese, so much beets, nuts, but it's got a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of sourness from the balsamic. It is a perfect dressing, not overly acidic, not overly salty, not overly sweet. It's a perfect marriage of all the different ingredients. Give it a solid A. Roasted vegetable salad over at Royal Street Veranda. Hall of Famer, guys, 2025. It's gonna be on the list.
Hey, what's going on? Uh-oh.
guys, our stomachs are full. We got the Fantasmic show going on. But Rise of the Resistance, my favorite ride at the park, is 20 minutes. So we're gonna ride that first, and if we get lucky on the way back, we're gonna catch the Haunted Mansion show. All right, guys, unfortunately, Rise of the Resistance is done for the evening, but they did hook us up with some Lightning Lane passes. And right now, Haunted Mansion is about an hour. So we're gonna redeem that Lightning Lane pass at Haunted Mansion and finish off our date night with my wife. I know they changed it back to the Halloween theme, so excited to see that again. Wow, they got all the Halloween decorations up. Oh, I love the pumpkins on top of each pillar. That's pretty new. I don't remember if they did that last year. You remember? Oh, we were not, that's right, we were not here. Yeah, we started our channel in November. Wow. Wow. That's cool. I love it. That's so cool. Wow, this is a cool carriage, guys. This is right in front of the mansion. Whoa, they put that giant bucket on top. That is so cool. Wow. I mean, it's really beautiful. Wow. They did a great job with the decorations. Yeah, I mean, Disneyland, they went all out with the Halloween decorations. Tons of pumpkins, tons of candles and lights. It's really beautiful. That is cool. It's the Holly Jolly Molly. New fallen snow, chimney bricks plus fireplace mantle times X number of stockings, total stocking stuffer. 3 pi squared times 12 equals a Santa hat. Sugar plum visions, eggnog. Good cheer plus chestnuts over open fire. Plus mistletoe and divided by sleigh bells. Oh, there's Rosie. Yes, sir. This is so cool. Like, they always go all out. Wow, the line is so long. Oh my gosh. Wow. Yeah, guys, the line is very long tonight. I guess a lot of people want to ride this before they leave the park. So I don't blame them. This is one of the best rides. Great for kids and adults too. All right, guys, we already are in. Woo. Okay. That is so cool. Wow. Yeah, they also, like, cast members have the best costumes here. They're really awesome.
Hear my voice, please clap one.
have room to clap. We have room to squeeze. Feeling all that,
That was great. That nutcracker. It's a scary nutcracker.
First day of Christmas,
It's terrifying.
Star, a brilliant star for my fortune card tree. On the 13th day of Christmas, my ghoul love gave to me 13 rings of power, embracing strength.
With some tricks and some games,
Oh yeah, I love this room. Is so beautiful. I don't know how they do it.
Jack had swung on his back. It was strange and bizarre.
It's Christmas time! Welcome to my Christmas delight!
Zero, hopefully you like our Christmas.
I almost want to ride this again. Oh! That's cool. This is so cool. Honestly, I think this is better than the original. Yeah. I love the Oogie Boogie also. Or Sally.
Thank you, Santa Claus, for bringing your cheer. Please hurry back. We can't wait till next year.
Man, that Haunted Mansion ride was so epic. It's definitely way different from the OG version. I think the Halloween version is my favorite. You know, having that Oogie Boogie at the end, that was such a beautiful setup right there. And even the large the dining table with all the dancing characters, the ghosts dancing around. They have this giant statue in the middle of that dining table, and it was just beautiful. It was really beautiful. Yeah, if you haven't been to the parks during Halloween time, definitely make sure you ride Haunted Mansion. It is the longest ride tonight, obviously for good reasons. Yeah, that ride this whole night, the whole time I've been here, it's been an hour, nonstop. So, really grateful that we were able to swoop on those lightning lane passes and use them there. It's a great redemption value. If you guys made it this far, thank you for watching us, and thank you for joining my wife and I for date night. And we ended it with the Haunted Mansion ride. Unfortunately, we didn't get on the Rise of the Resistance, but we were jumping on. We got lightning lane passes for the Haunted Mansion ride. That was super awesome. Our 1 year anniversary is coming up, so please like and subscribe. Thank you guys for all your wonderful comments. My wife and I read all of them, and we try to reply to each one. So thank you guys. The highlight of tonight, for sure, has to be the Haunted Mansion ride. As far as the best food of the night, hands down, the Hall of Famer, roasted vegetable salad over at Royal Street Veranda. As you guys know, that Monte Cristo sandwich is on the top 2 of my Disney Noob list for DL. And that salad, man, honestly, I think that's the best salad. It's a hair better than the Waldorf salad at APP. So I love eating a salad with my meals, especially if it's very heavy and salty and greasy. I want to have a little bit of salad to even that out, have a more complete balanced meal. I love that Disneyland is bringing more salad into the parks, and this one is a home run. There's no meat in it, and honestly, it's still delicious. I especially love the burrata. I love all the little nuts. It's just delicious. So overall, one of the best salads. I mean, not even one of the best. It is the best salad here at Disneyland Park. So I'm so glad that I was able to review that for you guys and give you guys an honest assessment. That is an A+. If you want to have a salad here at the park, make sure you check out Royal Street Veranda. Until next time, peace.